The XRC085. Here to show you the my front end tie down that I've done to my 1/8 scale, or in this case, 1/10 scale, whatever you want to call it, RC car. I have my shocks already mounted. I had to fix that. I had to fix this here, and I didn't have a way to mount the front because when you dampen the shocks, the front end would move. This whole piece, including the diff case, would move side to side or up and down. So what I did is what was my original plan. Take the screws out, the hose the shock tower, and it hose the differential closed. Take those out, put these link ends, tie rod ends, put them in, put screws from where I would put the bumper. Now I can move my shocks up and down, and now my front end's not moving. So the next thing I gotta do is I gotta put an aluminum plate underneath it, and I'm probably gonna go from halfway in, halfway out, and then probably right about somewhere in this general area I gotta put a I think it's gonna be at the crossbar. Probably gonna go from either up here or somewhere in here, and it's gonna go curved and go underneath this, so it'll hold the rear end from twisting this way, because you can see it's got some flex, and I'm trying to fix that. I don't want to put a plate across it, because if I do, I don't have anywhere to mount it. Back here I don't have anywhere to mount it. I can mount it here to these existing holes if I wanted to, or I can take the bottle off and I can mount it. I can have it go across it, over it, cut a notch out for the gear, and go over across and bolt it to the front of this, which I probably could, but I'm not gonna do all that. So I bolt it to the front of this, but I'm not gonna do all that. I don't know. So once I'm done with everything, and then then I'll do everything else, and but for right now, yeah, this is it right here. It's getting there. Little by little it'll get there. And then once it's done, then yeah, that's it. So like I said, I mean, I don't know how this is gonna operate. I don't know if the front is gonna operate decent, or if it's not gonna operate decent. I don't know what is gonna happen until I put everything together and see what needs to be adjusted and what doesn't. Now, I left these long because I plan to use the short ones. They screw in from the back. Could screw it in from the front. And I got plenty of clearance from the dry shaft. So I'm not gonna hit this as I screw this in here for the upper link. Could do it that way, or I can go from this angle corner, put a hole here, bring an upper link this way, go across it, bolt it here, and have it at this angle, where it's more of a wide. So instead of having another piece of the shock tower back here, we're just gonna have one and plenty of support in the front. So if this snaps, I know that I have plenty of pieces to make another one, so I'm not worried about this piece snapping. I'm worried about how the car's gonna look. You see what I mean? The front's looking more of a, like, you can tell that the shocks are more out. You know what I mean? Everything's tilted in because of the way I have the differential tied down to the ground. But what I'm planning on doing, if I put spacers in between these, I can have the right height and the right adjustability. Where I'm not, like right now, it's tough. It's gonna be hard to spin that. So there's gonna be plenty of force on this. So that's flexing down, but I'll fix that once I get spacers put on there and tie that down pretty good. So in this motor, I'm going to keep it for right now with that ESC until eventually I get a 1/8 scale motor put on this, which I'm probably going to have to remove this somewhere else, because that motor, if I use my blue one on this, it's going to be more. But yeah, again, I'm not sure how any of what I've made is going to stand up against the power of a 1/8 scale motor. I know it'll stand up against this, but my black motor, maybe. It's right in here. My blue motor, possibly not, because homemade parts, even though still using plastic, but they're not as great as if you were to just buy the original part. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I can fix that connector better than tape, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, later.